folks. I started building here. Although I might as well be a little bit stupid showing it in the dead of the night. Let me come back when it's the morning and you can actually see it. Yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum. There you go. It's the morning-ish. My grinders are still pretending to be on, even though none of them is. I built some sort of a small stuff here. 3 large containers, 4 tanks, 4 O2 generators, and a tower with multiple guns to protect it. I will probably need another tower on the other side, but I get to it when I get to it. Even this is not welded up. I just wanted to give you a little tour of it before you think that it's just popped out of the ground. It is not. My original plan was that I have something that extends into this ice mine thingy and can mine out all the ice that I need. But I just realized that might not be the best idea, because while you can mine ice from there, it's a bit erratic. If you look at that from here, you see that it's patchy. It's either a little bit of ice, a little bit of stone, a little bit of ice. It's very hard to judge where to build in order to get a good scoop, and to justify building a stationary drill. That's my biggest concern, is that nowhere here justified to be a stationary drill location, because by the time I would drill anything out, it would more or less depleted the ice that I wanted to mine. So I decided that the best approach is to build something stationary like this, with turrets to protect it, and then just use this ship to well basically mine with this ship, right? So I will probably need to rearrange these a little bit. I probably don't need grinders, so I might remove all of these and put 2 welders here. Try to weld as much as I can from the tower, and then I use these mining drills to get ice, because then I would not be committing to a location. This could store the ice, bring it back. The station would be able to process it and make hydrogen out of it for these tanks here, which I might even be able to extend in the future. I can extend it upwards 1, so it will have 8 tanks, or I can extend it this way to the sides to have 8 tanks, and then I can build another tower on the other side. And in order to support that other tower, this was actually built to be modular, more or less. So it is not reaching to the bottom. I can add a merge block under it. I can just cut out the bottom part, and this one is connected to the base with a connector, right? So technically I can cut everything out, disconnect the connector, create a blueprint, project it to the other side, pull up another tower, and then reconnect this either with a connector or with something else. The point is, I can, even after I finished it, I can make a blueprint out of this and project it and build another one. It's not the best tower I've ever made, but it has 6, 7, 8 Gatling turrets. I might change the top ones to artillery or assault cannons. And I still have ports down here. If I would find that this is not sufficient, then I can add additional turrets there. I will also need to add some solar panels to the sides. I guess that's the only power source besides hydrogen that I can make. For the moment it is running from the ship, but the ship is getting quite desperately out of hydrogen, so my next step will be to remove these grinders and weld up enough of this structure to reach the O2 generator at least. So I probably need to weld up the O2 generators. There's a row of them in the middle of the tower. I need to weld up these connectors and conveyors and probably the two large containers as well. And that should give the ship access to the O2 generators. Although I think this ship also has their own O2 generators and O2 tanks. So, you know, it probably can generate its own hydrogen, but I need to check that. First off, removing those, then weld up a bit more of this tower and assembly. And you know, you don't need to be here for that. I'll just cut back to when some part of it is already done. See you in a second. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Quick update time, folks. I barely managed to make a refinery here. So now we have refinery, assembler, two large containers, connector to the tower, and one large hydrogen tank. And I also did a very weak ice mining try in one of those hills, so it is actually filling up with hydrogen now. This is good, but far from perfect. These two drills are not particularly effective in any way, so I will probably have to remove this bottom grinder and the connector behind it and put another drill here. Plus I also noticed that it is not particularly good in terms of storage capacity, so I might just need to solve it somehow, like putting one large container on the top here somewhere. There's actually a connection port under here, right? Yeah. So I can just drive this one up to put a large container on the top, and that should be it. I'm not sure how much that would be maneuverable. I suspect not much, but it's not really worth mining into small containers because it's just not enough hydrogen. So I need to upgrade this ship a bit further to make it good. But yeah, that's the project. I continue to weld this up. I weld up the tower and I will weld up the 4 additional tanks, so I will have space to add more. And I also try to weld up at least the gunner part, because reavers are there. Even if I don't see them right now, they will come eventually. So, you know, I want these towers to be battle ready. The problem is, in order to make these battle ready, I will also need to find a deposit of magnesium somewhere, because without it I have no ammunition for any of the towers. Right now none of these, even the 2 that I've welded up and seems to be working. They don't have any ammo, so they are just for show.
Energy low.
So a long-term project for this episode is to fill this up, weld this up, add another tower to the other side, find magnesium deposit, update the ship, and then I guess profit. I don't particularly know it yet. For the moment I just want full 5/4 tanks of hydrogen, and that's when I will be able to figure out how to get the hydrogen to my big ship. Because I wanted to completely fill that up. Even though it has 3 large hydrogen tanks, it's not really filled. I think it's filled like halfway or something like that, or less. I don't remember, but it's not full. So yeah, that's the program. I come back to you with another update shortly. Alright folks, short update. I managed to add 2 additional drills to the front, and I still kept 1 grinder and 1 welder, so I can use this ship for multiple purposes. And I just noticed there's plenty of space and piping for additional downwards facing thrusters here, so now that I will add a large container to the back of this, I think it's just good practice to add at least 2 more hydrogen thrusters, because I'm not particularly sure how much a full large container would weigh, but I'm pretty sure it's more than what I can lift. So yeah, I had those, I finished that, and then I go for another round of ice drilling. Let me quickly check how my O2 gens are keeping up. Oxygen. Do I have... Come on. Come on. Alright, do I have ice? I have ice in 1 O2 gen, and that's it. So basically all my ice is gone from that first trip, and this one is 3% full. So as you can tell, I'm progressing very, very slowly, and I still haven't found magnesium yet. So I was actually going around the crater with my hand drill just out of curiosity a little bit. I found cobalt, nickel and iron that way, but that was not really something that I would be interested in right now. Right now I want at least 2 of these tanks full, so let me cut back to you when some of that is a reality.
Engineer, I've analyzed the second book chapter Dr. Avery left for us. It was delivered along with the doctor's datapad by the ORC scientists. It's another short story from H.G. Wells called The Star. The story is describing a very interesting event when a rogue star entered the solar system, smashing through the planet Jupiter and heading towards the Earth. At first, it was only of interest for astronomers. Then, as it got bigger and more prominent on the sky, more and more people started showing interest about it. There were always some who dismissed it, but the star eventually started disrupting the climate on Earth, melting ice caps, erupting lava, destroying human civilization, mostly. The story continues on a somewhat positive note, that the star did not collide with Earth, but eventually passed it, and absorbed into the Sun, but by that time only a few survivors remained on the planet. Interestingly, the short story ends with astronomers on Mars noting that nothing significant happened, only the ice melted on a distant planet. I think this is a very intriguing fiction of that age, and came up in multiple literary and audiovisual works later on, a century later in the movie titled Melancholia, for example, but in there, the story ended with Earth destroyed. It shows that in the age of the author, they started recognizing how insignificant humanity is, in the light of the universe as a whole. Thankfully, humanity is multiplanetary now, so total annihilation of the species is not a likely event.
Alright folks, everything is welded up and I'm going for some more ice. Take a note of our current weight, 281,000 kilos. I want to see how that changes with a large container on top and with 4 miners trying to gather whatever we can. For the moment I will take the stone as well, because I don't really have much material here. But my primary goal is ice. If you see that my tank is 25% full, that's actually fairly good. So let me just do a little mining here. Alright folks, I confirmed something else with this spectator cam, that our tank is not actually connected to our drills. So yay, lucky me. I need to find another connection point. It will probably be this one, and drive up and there to the container some piping. Yeah, I was not really looking forward to that, but that's alright. We'll probably need to get back to the standing position, because I will need some of the resources that I've already mined here. So let me get back there. I must say, this isn't the best position I've ever seen. Actually, I don't really use both of these airlocks. I might just remove one and reposition this small gun, even though it's not really doing much. Let's see if my refinery found the new stone that I brought in. Yeah, it did. So my production, instead of disassembling, make me more motors, because I will sure as heck will need a few for this. I will also need this, not that, this, and that. Alright, so piping. It should not go into this, right? But it can go like this. It's a bit wonky, but yeah, that's alright. Alright, so this can be a conveyor junction. Oh, I need interior plate for that. Oh. interior plate. Just for drafting it. Alright, so this one goes here, and then I do one here, one here. Yeah, actually, yeah, this one is there for, so I'm unable to do this one. Number 9. This one. And this one should also come out like this. And then here. Oh yeah, probably like up. One with this. One with this. And one through here. It looks ugly as hell. But if I complete this, it will be connected. Let me check some other options, because technically those are connected. So maybe if I would not be stupid, I would have realized that this one, let me get this. All of that can be achieved with one more block there and two more there, because that will connect the front end to this O2 gen, which is connected to these here, I think. Yeah, the O2 gen has a connector port on that side, and that connects into whatever these thrusters are connected to. And I'm 100% sure that those thrusters are connected to the big thruster, which is connected to the large container. So yay for optimization. Let me put two of these and two of these there, and let me just weld those up. Alright. Let me check my work. Alright, so this container is called... it's called large cargo container. Good. Let me come here and go to drill. Let me see if I can pull something from the assembler to the container and to the... Technically I could put it in the drill, but I don't have... Let me see if there's something I can put in the drill, like ice. Alright, so let me put ice here, and then I can put, not that, but the ice to the drill. Success! So technically this large container is now connected to the drill. Now I can mine a full large container worth of ice and stone. Whoa! Alright folks, welcome back. Our drilling is working, and that large container on my top is actually full. See that? It has over 1,000, so 1 million kilos, 1.1 million kilos of ice. And my ship moves like a slug. But it still moves. I just need to do some backing into that connector, and we are set for a while for generating hydrogen. I was trying to drill down, but I wasn't really able to, so I'm thinking about trying to find another solution. And the other solution might be to add drills facing downwards, or modify this ship so it is standing on its backside like this, and attach drills that can drill into the ground. So I'm thinking about doing that because we already have a ship that can hold upright with that big thruster. But let me just connect back and sort. Let me just connect back and sort out all the stuff, and I will show you what I mean. Hello and welcome back. Let me show you my creation. The tower is coming along nicely, although this is one of the ugliest ones I've ever seen in my life. But what I wanted to show you is my new mechanism for mining. That one on the front is not really strong enough to just go head deep into any hole. It doesn't have the depth. So I've added some piping, 3 pistons, advanced rotor, and something to rotate. And the drills should be okay, but I still need to test it. I've added a magnetic plate on a piston here, and the plan is that I extend this, lock this to the ground, and then I start drilling into that big container directly. My hope is that the large thruster can well hold everything up, and when I
No energy.
yeah, hold on, I do need some energy to tell this. So basically I will look to the ground and I will try to drill that way. Oh come on, let me freaking in. What the hell? Why can't I go in? I was able to go in here 10 million times. Alright, so you won't see anything. So the point is that I will stand upwards to the back of my ship, and I will drill down. And hopefully all the thrusters will be enough to just, you know, push me a bit up, and the gyros will be enough to balance me out when I want to go back. I will need to wait for the morning to test this out. I have seen a silver deposit not far from here. That's the first thing I wanted to do, because I really wanted to have at least a survivor kit, because the mining ship doesn't have any as far as I know. And I could be respawning at the scientists, which are still in their own place. But yep, that's it. I wait for the morning. I come back to you with a short video of this working or not. Don't laugh if it doesn't work. Oh, that's wobbly as hell. Oh This is not stable at all. Wait a sec, let me just try something. Okay. I think there's something that I can do, like share inertia or something like that. Will that help? It does help a bit. Alright, let me go above that silver and then I can try my drilling method. I'm quite curious if it will work or not. If it does, I can go around the crater and find other deposits as well. I do really need to find magnesium. Alright, so this is the... What? Oh, I was almost bottoming out. Alright, so this is the silver. We are right on top of it. Let me go up a bit. Then comes the big question, if I can stand upright. I will probably need to go a bit up. Alright, this is kind of working. Kind of. All right. This is more or less okay, I guess. Not the best thing in the world, but let me try. Alright, so I think this is good. Now I just need to find... Actually, I probably need to get out for that. Oh, stay upright, ship, stay upright. I have to find the piston with the landing gear. I mean the magnetic plate. I do hope that this will work. Let me... What are you ugly bastard? I just named this leg. And I extend it. Oh jeez Louise. Do it a bit faster. I can't say I'm superbly happy about it, but let's just try one thing, because I know I have some yeah, that's what I thought. So you are going back. I put one more here, and then you go back, and the magnetic plate should lock right there. Sort of, kind of. I don't think it's stable, but it's alright. Let's see what these babies can do. Drill. Oh. Drill. Alright, so that was drill miner those. And I make a drill miner 2 group out of these. Drill 2. Alright, you can start. Then I have an advanced rotor. Which can rotate. And all I need now is to reach the silver, which is probably 32 meters down. I probably won't be able to reach it, but that's alright. I probably need to add 2 timer blocks to this. I don't have any materials, so let me fly back here quickly. Construction component and computers. Wait, I have both. I just don't have space, right? Timer block 2. Cannot withdraw. Why the hell not? I have more than 1 million. Assembler. Wait, what the heck is my assembler? This is my refinery. My assembler is... Oh, I forgot. Without the ship, we don't have power on this. And without power, we don't have anything. Look at that monstrosity. Alright, so this is good. Let me just add the timer blocks to automatically extend this. This all needs to be set up. Velocity, I guess it should be -0.2, I guess. And their maximum distance should be 0. And I have to put it in reverse. Okay, now the timer block. Timer block 2. Setup action. Group. Real pistons. Increase maximum distance. And then oh no, I have too many timer blocks. Oh no, where is your port? Oh jeez Louise. There it is. Alright, so you start timer block 2 here. Not actually start, I mean yeah, start, right? And the delay is well, I give you 30 seconds. You, my friend. We'll start timer block here after that immediately. Alright. And your delay is nothing. Alright. Start. Oh, apologies if it was a bit too loud. I should have switched off the drills until I'm setting it up. But this should be okay. And every 30 seconds this will extend the drills until all the pistons are done. The only problem is that if it gets too heavy, then that landing gear will break and everything will hold on the big thruster. But I am confident that one big thruster straight up should be able to keep it up. So let me come back to you when this is a bit more further advanced. Jeez, talking about phallic ships. This is a design I have not seen yet before. Somebody was overcompensating for sure. I mean, it looks majestic, but come on. How much of a road you want to make it? Alright, I hope this is the last time I have to come back here for a little bit of healing. I have enough silver to build my own medical bay, and additionally I started making something else too. I was trying to extend the tower a little bit with a section where I can get a little breather. So I added this little section here with glass and doors on each side, just under the guns. I thought this will be a fancy addition. I had to juggle the O2 generators around because for some reason in this setup I was not able to place all of them upright. I had to put one in this direction, and there's a gap under the whole thing there that I need to fix still. But regardless, it's very cool. You can come here, open this, airtight, and it has a nice visibility of the whole crater, including the scientists' facilities. It's a bit wonky that it has so much space here that I can fall down even, but I will probably solve it with something else. I was thinking about putting my medical room somewhere here. I'm not yet sure where. I have a connector here to access the rest of the base, and that is supposed to be airtight. So all I need to do is basically weld all these up, including the windows, and then weld this side up, this gap here. Then this will be airtight. I was thinking maybe finding a way to pipe in my big medical bay and just slap it somewhere here. I don't really want to block the view, so maybe here if I can make it, I don't know. This seems to be one cube further up than the other one. No? No. Yes? No. That's the side of the tower. 1 and 2. And here that's the side of the tower, and 1, 2 and 3. So this indeed has one more. Vivala engineering, I managed to accident myself some space here to put my medical bay down. Let me get that one out. Oh, this is a big one. And so I might need to put it like here, right? Not ideal, but not covering anything. Unless... I mean, I don't necessarily need these 2 blocks here, so I can just... Oh, Jesus Christ, I've put my medical base somewhere else. Character, tools, grinder. Because the medical bay is supposed to be airtight, no? Or maybe I'm just wishful thinking. Because there it would look good, but I still have like a full space here that I cannot do anything with. But I can actually put either some panels here. Yeah. Like this. If I would have any steel plate, then I could cover this with that. Give me some steel plate, something I need to design. Alright, so steel plate. Alright, now why I cannot put this steel plate here? What the heck was that? I put the steel plate in the middle of the room. Anyway, I need to sort this out, because then I might need to pipe out my stuff, and that I can only do if I pull some conveyors from there up here and in there, like in here. Not the best, but I just want to know why I cannot put the panels like here. I can't even put normal block there. And I have no idea why. Anyway, I have to figure this out. Just wanted to show you this little facility here that I am building. And then while I'm doing all that, the ice is processing and the stone is processing, and I managed to get silver that is processing too. And this wonderful creation I have not even shown you yet. These are ejector rigs. So when I'm digging something and I'm full with stone, I can activate these and they will just start throwing stone out in every direction, everywhere. Because otherwise you would have to remove stone by 2000 each, and if you have almost a million, that's an impossible task. So if you have too much stone, you eventually need to build one of these. And this is basically just a conveyor sorter, an advanced rotor with a small head, and these new conveyor converters, because you can just stack them, and each has 4 sides. At the end they have 3 more, and you can just put ejectors there, set every ejector to throw stuff out, and set the sorter to pull all stone. So the sorter will pull all the stone from all the inventories, and the ejectors will eject everything. That's how you clear your inventory of stone if you don't need it. Alright, let me come back to you once I manage to advance this little building here. Alright folks, are you ready for this? I know, my game froze. Alright, so what I did is I did some catwalks. Hold on, I think I forgot to color these. I painted them yellow, and you can approach them from here, and there's a bigger entrance here. Oh, hold on. You see, my tanks are also getting filled, so we are good there. You can walk through this catwalk, you can go around the big refinery. This was the other entrance there. And I think I more or less finished that section too. You can approach it from here, or you can approach it from the other end. And here, oh, I also forgot to add some color to this one. So you can approach it from here. I mean, there's a little terrace here, and the medical bay is inside. Let me go in. Double doors are important because this is airtight. I mean, I can enable the air tightness and it pumps the oxygen in. The medical bay is fully piped up. I have not put many things here, just logo, a kitchen, a work area, more drinks, a cactus, and some monitors, and some greenery on the top, some lounge area here. I think this is good. I mean, I have not saved it as a blueprint because I was only able to pipe up the oxygen if I managed to connect it properly. Also, I had to remake the whole tower. Let me just suck the air back out. I eventually had to remake the There's nothing here, but I made it slopey so you can see out to the crater. You can see the sun. You can see your ship docked. I think it is done fairly well. This one depressurizer is not really doing a fantastic job at sucking back the air in. But that should be fine because this is airtight, so I can close that, open this. I was not really able to solve this transition here, but regardless, the outside of this tower area is pretty good, I think. I had to redesign the top section with the guns and turrets because the previous section had a problem. The reason for that was that the tower itself was not connected to the rest of the things properly, just with a connector. And that connector caused such an extra space between the blocks that I was not able to place blocks up here. Eventually I thought it was just the top, so I had to take that off. Then it was not resolved. I had to basically pull the whole tower down. When I pulled the middle of it, the whole section fell off. So I had to rebuild the whole thing from the bottom up with proper connections. So now this is a very cool working area. The only thing it would be missing is perhaps a bed, but I can probably just slap it there next to the medical bay and we are good. I have not tested these turrets yet, mainly because none of them has ammo. I haven't found magnesium yet. So the next project will be, I guess, to remove everything from the ship in terms of stone and ice and everything. And then I try to go around the crater a little bit and try to find some more ore. I know there was silver there, but if I go up a bit higher, there should be some indications of other deposits around too. There behind the scientist base, there's some deposits there. And I guess if I move a bit up, I will see others too. I just wanted to go one round around the crater because that should reveal everything around it. And if I won't find magnesium, then I will have to improvise. I either have to go up for my station, for my base ship, to get some ammo for these. I'm still debating to build another tower for it to the other side. It would not be a bad idea to protect these silos of hydrogen a bit better. Probably I will not build a living area there, just a bare-bone tower with the 4 Gatling and 2 assault cannons and pipe it up under the ship. Under the ship somewhere here, outside of that large container. And when that will be in place, I would be fairly confident that this little base can repel any river attack or anything that might come in its way. So yeah, that's it for the base update. Let me come back to you if I find any magnesium or I gave up finding them. See you in a bit. That didn't really last it long. Look at that. Behind the base for the scientists, right behind their base in this patch that I was showing. One of that is magnesium, the other is silicon. So I will probably have to come here and mine a little bit out of it. And it's not even deep in the ground. If I remember correctly, it was like, what, 30 meters? Which is basically 30 meters if I land here. Oh, I don't have to go up for ammo. So good, so good, so good. Alrighty folks, I haven't actually recorded much audio for the rest of the section, but this will anyway be the end of the episode. I went there to the magnesium with my fancy ship, put it up on its tail, and started mining out the good stuff. Not much else happened that night. I was just going there, assisting the drill, so it will not need to mine all the stone out, just the useful stuff. After that I went back to the base and added the bed and went to sleep. And that's the end of the episode. I know this was a bit of a slow one. I was just building and mining and trying to figure stuff out on the moon. And I still have some more of this to do in the next episode, unfortunately. But hopefully by that time my turrets will be full of ammunition and I will be able to perhaps build another turret. And I need to figure out a way to successfully lift all the tanks and all the hydrogen from them. This was meant to be just a small base for gathering hydrogen, so after I got that one, since now we have the coordinates for the third waypoint, which I still need to add to my GPS list, I can go back to my base ship and I can refuel it, add more tanks to it, so I don't need to worry about fuel for a while. And then I'll be on my way to the third waypoint, which I'm at this point don't even know where it will be. But I know it will be fancy. Perhaps I wait just a little bit on the moon base to try out the turrets and the defense systems, because I'm curious how that design will hold up. But other than that, this was the episode and I'm happy that you were able to join me today. I wish you a fantastic day, and if you haven't already, you can give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel as well. See you in the next one, people. Bye bye.